Hello, I'm Siddharth Shah, Assistant Professor, Civil Engineering Department, Bhagwan Mahavir College of Engineering and Technology. Today, we have one session on analysis and design of microwave and transmission line tower using the different sections. Clear? So, there are two types of towers: microwave towers, which contains the antennas, ladder, cage, and different configuration. Then the transmission line tower, which contains the conductors, earth wire, insulator string, etc. So these are our contents. First one is introduction, uses of steel towers, basic structural configuration, bracing pattern used, loads on towers, types of transmission tower, classification based on numbers of circuit, then problem verification and analysis and design of the four leg transmission line tower, having the section closed hollow circular section and the angle section for four leg towers and for three leg towers, and then the references. So first one, now we will start the introduction. In every country, the need of electric power has been continuously increasing day by day. So it is necessary to transfer the electricity at each and every part of the society. So in the planning and design of transmission line, a number of requirements have to be met from the structural and electrical point of view. So for the structural, to construct the and to design the transmission line tower, we have two engineers. We need two engineers. First one is the structural engineer and second one is the electrical engineer. The major components of the transmission line consist of conductors, ground wires, insulated strings, towers, and foundation. See, the foundation plays the most important role in the design of any structural members. So, the selection of the most suitable types of towers for transmission lines depends on the actual terrain category through which the line traverses. There are total three types of transmission tower: lattice, pole, and guide transmission tower. The selection of an optimum outline together with right type of bracing system contributes to a large extent in developing an economical design of transmission tower. So in this figure you can see the earth wire, cross arms, the dampers, conductors, insulators, and the spacers. Now next one, uses of steel towers. The you can use the steel tower as a microwave transmission tower for communication, power transmission lines, radio transmissions, television transmission, satellite reception, air traffic control, floodlights in cricket stadium, overhead water tanks. Then the height of the tower. How can you decide the height of the tower? So first, if you want to construct the power transmission, then you can take the height between 10 meter to 45 meter. If you want to construct the floodlights, then you have to take the height of that floodlights, the pole, 15 meter to 50 meter. For radio transmission and communication network, it will be 50 to 200 meter. Then for television, it is 100 to 400 meter. Now, basic structural configuration, there are two types: freestanding towers and guide towers. So bracing patterns will play the most important role to make the economic design of the any tower. So there are total five types of bracing you can use to construct to design the transmission or microwave tower. First one is the X bracing. If in X bracing there is no horizontal component, so you can say that it is double X bracing. It is a without horizontal component, so it is a statically determinate. The second one is the XB bracing. In XB bracing there is a horizontal component, so it is a statically indeterminate bracing. Then K bracing, Y bracing, and W or arch bracing. So in the bottom portion, to get the large headroom, we can provide Y and K bracing or arch bracing. Second one, next one, loads on the towers, the member weights, platform and railing weights, antenna weights, ladder and lift loads, gusset and secondary bracings, wind load, seismic load, lifting or hoisting loads, dynamic effects, erection load and live load. So types of transmission tower according to the angle of deviation. See, there are total 4 types of tower: A, B, C and D type of tower. If the angle of deviation is 0 to 2 degree, then it is A type tower. If the angle of deviation is 2 to 15 degree, then it is a B type. So if the angle of deviation is 15 to 30, then it is C type, and 30 to 60, then it is a D type tower. Now, as per the force applied by the conductor on the cross arms, the transmission towers can be categorized in another way: tangent suspension tower, and it is generally A type tower; angle tower or tension tower, or sometimes it is called a section tower. So all the towers, transmission tower, come under this category: B, C and D type. Now, classification based on the number of circuits carried by a transmission tower. In a single circuit transmission line, there are total 3 conductors corresponding to 3 distinct phases, that is red, yellow and blue phase, are run on transmission tower. Then the double circuit tower. In double circuit tower, there are total 6 conductor, and 6 conductors are provided to make 2 different transmission circuits. There are 2 circuits, each consisting of 3 circuits corresponding to 3 phases. Then the multi-circuit tower. So this one is the single circuit tower, double circuit tower and multi-circuit tower. It is a height configuration of the transmission line tower. So from problem verification we will discuss in our next session. Thank you.